Tulsi. Ocimum tenuifolium is a lovely plant in the mint family that is great for stress reduction. It makes a delicious tea, especially blended with some other herbs, but on its own it's also really yummy. And it's pretty safe and just calming and restorative for a lot of people. Easy to grow as well. This plant came up on its own. It's self-seeded. And it's kind of near our path, but we let it go because we wanted some extra Tulsi. I'm going to show you how I like to harvest this plant for continual harvest throughout the summer. It's best to harvest earlier in the day because as the day goes on, the flowers will drop. This one has some flowers on it still. It's a little later than I normally would harvest in the day, but I wanted to make this little video to share with you. And as you can see, we have lots of flowering stalks on it. If you keep harvesting, then you'll continue to get these flowering stalks coming up. If you don't harvest, it'll start to go to seed, and then the plant will stop flowering after it's set a lot of seeds. So in this state, where you have nice fresh green leaves down below and you have flowering stalks coming up and you have some flowers on it, it's a great time to harvest. We're going to take this plant all the way back to about 4 or 5 inches above the ground, and it'll look very harsh, but it will grow back again and continue to produce. So I just take a handful of the plant and I clip right above a leaf node is the ideal place to clip. You can kind of, Tulsi's pretty forgiving, you can kind of clip wherever, but going along, clipping back, getting a nice handful. I said 4 or 5 inches. It can be a little more, it could be a little less. Then you clip it all off. And there we go. We started with a pretty nice sized plant that was maybe 1.5 feet tall, and now we have about an 8-inch tall plant. And it's going to grow back out again and look about the same as it did before. And next time I harvest, I'll harvest a little above where I harvested last time. And you can get 4 or 5 harvests out of one Tulsi plant in a season if you just keep harvesting like that. And I put it in a paper bag. It's great to get paper bags at the grocery store. Get your groceries in that, and then you can reuse them to dry herbs. If you have herbs in a paper bag loosely, you can just hang this in a closet or put it on your counter in a house that has air conditioning, and the herb will dry pretty well. Or you could lay this out on a screen or on a sheet in air conditioning or in a dehydrator. You don't want to put the dehydrator up too high. You don't want a hot temperature for this plant because it's a little more delicate. So you want a cooler drying temperature around 99, 100, maybe up to 110, but nothing more than that. And the AC in your house will dehydrate the plant as well. You just want to retain all the essential oils as much as possible in the plant. So there you are. Harvested Tulsi and a plant that's going to grow back.